What's up, everybody? I wanted to take this time to show off my Nintendo 64 collection. I got a whole bunch of them, so this may be a two-parter, may not be, maybe a three-parter, I don't know. Let's get into it. First off, we got Gex 64, Gex into the Gecko, which is rated E, but I honestly prefer the PS1 port. It's my favorite one out of the Gex series. You should definitely check that one out. What, gotta fix that? Okay. Next up, Star Fox 64, classic. Don't need to say much about that. Next up, we got Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. It's a decent fighting platformer. Not the best, not the worst. GoldenEye 007. Need I say more? It's GoldenEye. Next, we got Donkey Kong 64. It's a great classic, of course. Not bad. Could have been better, but not bad. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. I'm not sure which version is the best one. I'm told the Dreamcast version is, but I don't have the Dreamcast version. So the only version I have is the 64 version and the DS version. I haven't played it, though. Should get into it. What do we got here? Pokemon Stadium. You can't tell from the label right there. Damaged label, but still a great game. It works fine. A Bug's Life. Again, I enjoyed it. The PS1 version is a better version, in my opinion. I'll grab a handful here. Perfect Dark. It's great. Some see it as a spiritual successor to 007. Still a great game. Has to do with aliens and stuff. What is this? Cruising USA. Not a bad part of the arcade game. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. My favorite. This has a soft place in my heart. I love that game. Little quick story. My cousin and I, when we were kids, we stayed up all night beating that game from start to finish without a memory card. And I remember we finished it at 6 in the morning. And that was one of our... Yeah! It was awesome. Castlevania 64. And you may have seen me do a playthrough on the easy mode, so it's only like half the game. That has a soft spot in my heart because it was my first Castlevania. And some view it as one of the worst, if not the worst in the series, but it has a soft spot here for me. Yoshi's Story. Cute little platformer starring Yoshi. It's a great game. Clay Fighter 63 and the Third, which may be an unpopular opinion, but I prefer this version over Sculptor's Cut. I don't know why. I just thought it flowed better. That one. Something about Sculptor's Cut that it just didn't gel well with me. Mario Kart 64, my favorite in the Mario Kart series. Classic, you can't beat it. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Again, this is my favorite in the series. A lot of my series favorites on 64. Mystical Ninja being another one of them. Banjo and Kazooie, classic. Super Mario 64, The Holy Grail. I remember seeing this in 1996 and being blown away by the graphics. And I have yet to... I think the PS4 is the closest to me feeling that, oh my god, this is the future of gaming. But yeah, I'll never forget that back in 1996 when I first saw one of my brother's friends play it. Oh, older brother. I was at their house and I just saw it like this, and I just remember seeing Mario in 3D and being just blown away. I thought the graphics were amazing. Still impressive, for the time. Even today, it holds up well. My favorite, best Mario game, hands down, #1. Yes. Kirby 64. I haven't played much of this in order to say if it's my favorite, but it definitely, from what I can tell, gameplay footage, it looks good. Shame on me for not giving it a playthrough. Xena Warrior Princess. The Talisman of Fate. It's a fighting game. Honestly, it's not that good. Glover. Now this is good, albeit a bit flawed, but still awesome. Especially when he dies, like weird. Grab another handful. Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. Still a great game. Both of them beat the hell out of Nuts and Bolts. I hate that game. Next up, we have what is it? Looney Tunes Duck Dodgers, starring Daffy Duck. I know this is a little bit hard to find. I got lucky. I found it at a Game Over in San Antonio. I'm there often, and I find little collectible, hard to find games, and that was one of them. Diddy Kong Racing. I love this racing game. It was a bit of a Mario Kart clone, but I still love the hell out of that game. Mario Party 3 and Mario Party 1. Need I say more? Someone stole my Mario Party 2. And my Smash Brothers. Just a little side note, I did have those. Gonna have to buy them again someday. Just a little side note, I had those games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Not a bad port, but it's definitely, you're better off with the PlayStation or Dreamcast version of that. Or no, second one came out on Dreamcast. The first one, PlayStation 1. I don't know if the first one came out on Dreamcast. I don't even know. Someone look that up for me. And of course we have the rarest of 64 games. One of them at least. Play Fighter Sculpted Cut. And as I just mentioned, that I prefer the original version over that version. For some, I don't know what it is, but I just prefer the 63rd and a half version. My opinion. 1080 Skateboarding. What is that right there? 1080, yeah, it's spelled out. There you go, it's no more snowboarding game, oh god. Rampage World Tour. This was my first Rampage, so that version has a soft spot in my heart. Bomberman Hero, my favorite Bomberman game. Best in the series, in my opinion. Because it plays differently. It's supposed to be a bonk game, hence why the gameplay is so different. I don't know. Earthworm Jim 3D. Not the best Earthworm Jim game. No. Fighter Destiny 2. Piece of shit. Don't play it. Especially if you like the first Fighter's Destiny. That's a disgrace to that. No. Forget I even showed you guys that game. Body Harvest. I haven't played much of it to give an opinion, but I'm sure it's good. Gex 3. Deep Cover Gecko. Again, not a bad port, but you're better off playing the PlayStation 1 version. Next up we have South Park. And I actually like this game. Not a lot of people like it. I actually really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite South Park games. Haven't gotten to the Stick of Truth. I'm sorry, I suck at RPGs. Speaking of which, Quest 64. I've only played the first level, like the first 30 minutes, so I really can't say if it's a bad game or not. I don't know. Madden 64. It's Madden. What can I say? Doom 64, which I found at a pawn shop, and I don't know if that's a good version or not. I don't know. Someone tell me if it is or not. Goemon's Great Adventure, a sequel to the Mystical Ninja. I still love this game. It's really good, but to me, Mystical Ninja is number 1. Fighter's Destiny. This is a good fighting game. I honestly think that this is really hit or miss. You're either really gonna like it or really gonna hate it. I really like it. I love it. I love this game. One of my favorite fighting games. Snowboarder Kids. Classic. Disney's Tarzan. It's the Tarzan game. Kind of want to say I like the PS1 version better. Bomberman 64. Classic. Of course, you can't go wrong with Bomberman. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which has an exclusive character, Female Chameleon, if memory serves. I don't know how I got this, but NASCAR 99, I'm not a big car guy, so cool, I guess. Tonic Trouble, I did not like it. I know it's from the same people as Rayman, hence the same art style, but I couldn't get into it. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. It's a great Star Wars game. One of my favorites, hands down. Turok. Can't go wrong with little Turok. Even though Turok 2 is my favorite one. Seeds of Evil. Mission Impossible. I love this game. Based on the movie, I really liked it. Although I can see it wasn't for everyone. I can see why that would be. WrestleMania 2000 class. Oh my god, the best, one of the best games. My personal favorite is SmackDown Shut Your Mouth for the PS2, but that's neither here nor there. Both gold cartridges. Zelda, a little wear tear. Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, gold cartridges. Don't have the holographic one. I wish I did. But there you go. And I think this is the one with the chant, if I'm not mistaken. I had to look it up. But they had a breakdown of each version cartridge, and it says right there the version I have is the one with the chant that was banned in later re-releases and whatnot. So that's good. That's awesome. Pokemon Snap. As a friend of mine once said, that game is so pointless, but so fun. I agree. Next up we have Indiana Jones and the Inferno Machine. Been wanting to try this. I have my 64 hooked up after not using it for a long time. So I want to go back and play a lot of these games. So that was one of them, Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. I love the franchise. I have most of the games. The one on Super Nintendo is probably my favorite one. I know it's going to be my favorite one. Flawed, but I love it. And last but not least, Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Excuse me. Need I say more? Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. The 64 is my all-time favorite console. Right behind it is the Sega Dreamcast. And I want to do more Let's Plays on Dreamcast games, I really do. 64 and Dreamcast games, so I have them both hooked up right in front of me. And those are going to be my consoles for a while. As far as Let's Plays go, I think. Definitely a 64 for now. Definitely the Dreamcast afterwards. I freaking love those systems. But anyway, this is a 64 games video. We'll give Dreamcast its love another time. Anywho, but yeah, 64, I love it. I have my blue controller that I've always had. Let me get it actually right here. My blue controller. Favorite color. This isn't the one I had growing up, but yes, this is my color of choice. I love this. I had one growing up, the blue one. And it's my favorite color, and I love it. But alright guys, let me know what you think of my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, before I actually go on, what are your favorite games on 64? Please let me know. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. We shall see you in the next video. Have a good one. Get in or get out.